YTBC, what's the deal? So this is a response video to my man Jeff from Dream Chasing Boxing. He asked the YTBC, is with Alexander Povetkin, is he going to be easy work for Deontay Wilder? Now, let me just say this. After the fight, regardless of what happens, whether it's Wilder knocking out Povetkin or Povetkin knocking out Wilder, I'm sure the fans are going to say, it told you it was easy work, but let me just say this. I don't think it's going to be easy work for either guy. This is a very tough fight for me to pick. But to answer your question, as far as Povetkin being easy work, I don't think Povetkin is really easy work for anybody. You know what I mean? For a guy to win a gold medal and to get in there with guys like Larry Donald and Chris Bird and Eddie Chambers, who else he be in there? Ruslan Chagayev, Carlos Takam, Marco Huck, Klitschko, Mike Perez, Marius Wack. I can't remember everybody, but this dude has a damn who's list of opponents who he's beaten, not just been in there with. He's only lost to Vladimir. And to me, it wasn't so much because of Vladimir's, dominant reach or his, his size per se, but it was because Povetkin was just getting ragdolled on the inside by Vladimir. Vladimir was throwing him down. He was just a lot physically stronger than Povetkin. It's like Povetkin didn't know how to deal with that. But the thing with Wilder is he's anti-Klitschko. You know what I mean? The way he fights, he's the total opposite of Vladimir. He wants to throw his hands. He wants to let punches go. He doesn't want to hold and grab and maul. Wilder wants to fight. And that's one thing I love about him is he wants to fight. He has that dog in him that he wants to fight. So that could be a bad thing for Deontay Wilder too, because Povetkin wants to get close, man. He wants to get right up in your chest, right in your wheelhouse. And that's how he wants to let his shots go. And he will bully you sometimes by using his shoulder and backing you up and bullying you. He did it to Carlos Takam. Takam was doing a good job when he was moving and being a mover and showing Povetkin different looks. Wack was too big guy, but too stationary. You know what I mean? Wilder's a big guy and he's not stationary. He will move and circle and use his jabs. Sometimes he can be kind of predictable and his footwork can be a little bit clumsy at times, but he has the equalizer with that right hand and he has a pretty decent hook. Easy work, I don't see him being easy work, man, because Artur Szpilka wasn't easy work. And I think that Povetkin, although a different fighter than Szpilka, he will, Szpilka was a, southpaw, fought different, but people are saying that was going to be easy work. And that wasn't, and I knew it wasn't going to be easy work. And I was trying to tell people, hey, this is not going to be a bum fight. I remember I came out with that video. Same thing with this Povetkin. I don't see this being easy work for either guy, because with Povetkin, sometimes he has a tendency sometimes to turn into a plotter. Sometimes he will just follow you around the ring and you can make him follow you and you can outbox him from the outside, turning him and using your jab. But I'm just curious to see how this fight is going to be fought on the inside. And like I said, the reason why Vladimir was able to control Povetkin on the inside, he just grabbed him. He grabbed him, mauled him, threw his ass down, did what he had to do. Wilder's the type of guy I think he'll fight his way out. I don't see him as a grabber, and he may need to do a little bit of grabbing. There's nothing wrong with grabbing. It's just when you do it excessive. There's nothing wrong with holding and slowing down a guy's momentum. It's when you do it excessively. And sometimes Vladimir, well, a lot of times he did it. And that was able to just disrupt Povetkin's game altogether. But if you're just going to throw hands and just, punch it out and, throw hands with Povetkin, he's going to have an opportunity to land, man. He really is. And he knows how to finish. But sometimes he can be a plotter to me. I just think he can plot around the ring at times. So I don't think it's going to be easy work. I don't even know who I'm a favor fully in this fight. When the fight was, like when Wilder beat Berman Stavern around that time, I was favoring Povetkin. I just thought what I seen, although Wilder did prove me wrong because I picked Stavern to win the fight, I still thought Povetkin would probably be a little bit too much. He's a way better fighter in close than Stavern, in my opinion. Better punch selection, better combinations, more seasoned, knows how to use his body on the inside with his shoulders and his forearms. He can maul you on the inside, man. But I'm curious to see how Wilder's going to how he's going to fight on the inside. Now, will he just elect to keep Povetkin on the outside by using his reach and his jab? He could, but then Wilder has a tendency when he does jab, where does he bring that hand back to? He brings it right back to his waist, which isn't a bad thing. But I've also said, you know, I don't think Deontay Wilder has that Ali, Larry Holmes type of head movement and reflexes and slipping punches like that. I don't think he slips his punches as well as guys who have, you know, worked with their hands low. Lennox Lewis used to work with his hands low. Vitaly Klitschko used to work with his hands low, you know, as far as jabbing you and bringing his hand back to his waist. But those guys could bend at their waist a little bit better, in my opinion, than Wilder. And I thought those guys were more fluid fighters than Wilder, just my opinion, you know. But Wilder's getting by right now with he's learning on the job, man, to tell you the truth. Guys like him, Jennings, late starters like that. Not saying that a late starter, you know, can't have a successful career. Look at a guy like Rocky Marciano and Ken Norton and guys like that. So I'm not saying it can't be done. I mean, Wilder has gotten this far, you know what I mean? But I don't think it's going to be easy work. I don't think it's going to be easy work. Now, if you really break this fight down, look at their resumes, how they fight, how Povetkin deal with tall fighters, I just can't see this being easy work. Now, anything can happen. Wilder can go in there and land a huge right hand in the first round and put him out. And this fight's going to be in Russia, in Moscow. More motivation for Povetkin. I think you're going to have to damn near bring a bat in the ring to make it easy work in Moscow against Povetkin. Right now, this year, right now. I just don't see it being easy work. Is it a winnable fight for Deontay Wilder? Hell yeah, it is. Is it a winnable fight for Povetkin? You damn right. If you know, if you're asking me to pick somebody, I'll probably say 55-45 maybe in favor of Povetkin. It's just hard to get past that resume and his style, man. It's not like he has a good resume, but he's some old washed up fighter. I mean, the dude, you know, is still has some good fights left in him. You know, he's been in pretty good shape in the last few fights. I know a lot of people, you know, will say, hey, he's on the juice. They think Povetkin's juicing, you know, but I don't think this is going to be easy work at all, man. I don't think it's going to be easy work. I'll probably favor Povetkin, man, but I don't know, man. Deontay Wilder has the tools to beat him. He has the height and the reach and that right hand, you know, and he's pretty decent on his feet. Not the best mover on his feet, but pretty damn decent. He's developing that left hook in his left hand, but Povetkin to me is the more fundamentally sound fighter. And you would think he should be, you know what I mean, with that extensive amateur background, gold medal in the Olympics. You would hope he's the more you know, fundamentally sound guy. But Deontay Wilder has all the physical tools to beat him. He really does, you know, but easy work? Hell no. I don't think it's going to be easy work. I think, and I did a video just now that, you know, Deontay Wilder opened up as the betting favorite. So maybe, you know, maybe the wise guys in Vegas, you know, all these, you know, bookies and all these guys, man, maybe they know something that we don't know. But I slightly favor Povetkin, but I think Deontay Wilder can get the job done. Because, you know, if you were to reverse this and put Wilder's name over Povetkin's resume and fighters who he's fought, and then you put Povetkin as the undefeated guy, you know, that knocked out everybody except Burmester Vern, and he was the WBC champion, I guarantee you a lot of people will say, man, Wilder's going to win this fight. He only lost to Klitschko, and that was by decision. You know what I mean? Because Povetkin has a who's who list of guys he's beaten. And I know you can't bring your resume in the ring with you on fight night, but it does mean something, because it shows me you're battle tested and you've been in there with elite opposition. You know what I mean? But easy work? Hell no. And if it is easy work, I'm going to do a video giving props to whichever fighter made it easy work. But I don't think it's going to be easy work at all, man. Video went kind of long, but I can talk about this shit forever, though. YTBC. I'm out.